thought he was a police officer because he had a firearm on him, he had a duty belt, he had a thin blue line back jacket on him. His car is a police interceptor car. No. That you've been arrested before for impersonating police officers?
He kind of mentioned that slightly when he says he's not even trying to do that again.
Some people take being mischievous too far when they choose to impersonate cops and for some reason believe that they would go unnoticed. But what happens when these fake cops realize that they've been caught red-handed?
So I said to him, I said, listen, I'm a cop. He went like this. And he pulled the gun. He had it on his waist.
So you said you're a cop?
Yeah, I'm I'm a retired cop, NYPD. Okay? No, we don't have to.
You told me yourself that you told him you're a cop. And you're not a cop.
I lied.
You're never a cop?
No.
Okay. You were never a cop?
No.
Here are some moments when cop impersonators realize that they've been caught red-handed. Starting off with when Ahmed Agiz harassed a woman under the disguise of a police officer.
Who are you? What do you want? And he was like, oh, are you okay? And I'm like, why? He said he was a cop. I said, really? Show me your badge. And he wouldn't.
Okay. We're not interrogating you, and we're not asking you any questions at this point. Why am I being arrested? You're being arrested for impersonating a police officer.
On September the 19th, 2022, the Ocean Township Police Department received a disturbing call from a woman reporting a harassment situation from a man later identified as Ahmed Agiz, who she also suspected to be a fake cop. Officers were immediately dispatched to the location where they started interrogating her, not quite expecting what she was about to say.
Hi, he followed me.
Okay.
I noticed he was following me outside, so I turned in and I went down to like another few down.
Okay.
You know, and I turned my car off and it went like this. And the guy came and he started circling my car. Like he circled the whole place.
Okay.
And then I'm like, I got scared. I'm like, who are you? What do you want? And he was like, oh, are you okay? And I'm like, why? He said, oh, the way you were driving. I said, what are you talking about? I drove fine. I said, I saw you following me. And he goes, he said he was a cop. I said, really? Show me your badge. And he wouldn't.
Okay.
He got out of the car with 911 on the phone, and I started saying the license plate, and he drove off.
Okay. All right.
He had a Ford.
We're out with that person right now.
You have him?
Hold on one second. Okay. Could you describe what he looked like?
He had facial hair, dark hair. He had white skin. He was skinny. He had a Jewish accent.
Okay.
Like maybe a little bit of long hair, ponytail.
Okay.
Okay, I never seen him before.
Okay, well listen, you've never seen him before. You could take a deep breath. You're not in any danger. Okay.
I thought I was.
Okay. Well, you're not right now. Okay.
Okay.
So take a deep breath for me. Okay. You were at Sunset 7-Eleven.
Yes.
Okay. Then what happened?
Before that, I was at Centerfold.
What was that?
Dad, I'm sorry, I'll call you back. No, some guy just followed me, impersonated a police officer, but
Okay, can you?
I'll call you back.
I need to get this information now.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Before that, I was in Centerfold.
Okay.
I didn't see him around at all.
Okay.
You know.
So
then I stopped at
So were you at
7-Eleven.
Okay, so you were coming from.
Because I was hungry for fruit. I have it in my car. And then I was eating it and driving back home, which was a short drive. I was wide awake.
Where you live here?
Yes.
Okay.
I noticed he was kind of following me, and I felt something.
Where'd you notice that?
Like on the street before turning onto Willow. I guess that's Poplar.
Okay, so you noticed he was following you from.
That's what I
on
thought.
Poplar.
But then, so instead of turning here, I turned in down there, and then I drove really quick to the opposite side, and I turned my car off and my lights off, and I went duck down. And he came with his car slowly all around the whole parking lot. And I'm sitting there and he pulls up, and I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? Why is he following
He pulled up where?
next to me?
On what side of the car?
I'm on the driver's side.
Okay. Did he get out of the car? Did he stay in the car?
No, he stayed in the car.
Okay.
And then when I was like, why are you following me? You know? And he was like, are you okay? And I'm like, why are you asking me that? Who are you? Why are you following? He said he was a cop. And I said, really? Because I'm calling 911 and I'm giving them your plate.
For a second, he actually thought that he was mishearing, and for clarity's sake, he asked her another question.
He's going to give me a DUI.
What exactly did he say when he identified himself as a police officer?
He said, do you know who I am? And I said, no, that's why I'm asking you. Who are you? You're following me. And he goes, I'm a cop. And I said, show me your badge. And he wouldn't show me it. He goes, do you want me to give you a DUI? And I said, really? I'm calling 911. He goes, okay, call them. And so I called them, and I started giving them plate number. He just drove off. I didn't get the last couple numbers.
Okay.
But if he was a cop, he would never have driven off, or he did something wrong. He had no right following me. If it was like you following me or something, I would understand.
Okay. All right, just give me a second. I'm going to update my supervisor and just let him know what we have, okay?
Thank you.
Have you ever seen this guy before? Now, what were you doing at Centerfold, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I work.
You work there? Okay. Have you ever seen him there before?
No.
He's not a regular. He's not a customer. He's not.
Never.
No. Okay. All right. And where did you first notice he was following you?
When I was driving on Deal Road. Yeah, the cops here. I called the cops.
Okay, so on Deal Road was where you first noticed him?
Yes. And then I had a suspicion
That he was following you on
Yes.
Poplar.
So that's why I turned in over there. And then I went that way instead of this
What
way.
route did you take exactly? I know you said you went to Sunset 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
From there, did you get on to 35?
Took the Deal Road exit.
Went to Deal Road.
Went over the...
Yeah, went across 35, and then you made the
right
on the Poplar.
And then a right on Poplar and a right on
Willow.
Willow, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then I turned into like one of the first ones, and then I sped, and I went all the way down there, and I turned my car off in a parking lot.
Okay.
So he knew my car. He was following me.
Okay.
From that far away, he knew.
Did you notice him at 7-Eleven or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
It was.
So you first noticed him on Deal Road?
I don't know, but I had this guy stalking me before. Just recently.
Do you know who it is?
Well, this guy, I didn't know who it was.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a guy stalking me recently.
Do you know who the guy stalking you was?
I don't think it was him.
While they were still talking, he received a phone call that was about to change everything.
I was
310-289. Who are you out with over there?
It's an Officer Wachowski and Officer Bedone.
His name is Ahmed Ajiz from the Skyway.
Cop.
Did you get
That's not the same name, but we are out with the person whose vehicle that was.
You did get him.
Good.
Why did he do this?
Is she able to physically describe him?
What's your physical description of him?
Okay, he has dark hair. I think he had on white. I think he had white skin. He had a Jewish accent.
Firm, stand by.
Okay, I think he had a little long hair. I think dark hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me 1 second. All right, so we have a white
He
male.
was skinny. He was skinny, I think.
White male, skinny. What else? You said dark hair.
Yes. I think it might have been long in a ponytail, but I couldn't tell. I think that he did have a ponytail. Big on him, Dad.
White shirt.
I think it was white. I could be confused with his car and his white skin.
All right, so I have white male, skinny, dark hair, possibly in a ponytail with a white shirt. Anything else?
Like that Jewish accent.
Jewish accent?
Yeah.
Was he wearing a mask?
No, he wasn't wearing a mask, Dad. I think he might have had facial hair, too.
Oh, and you said beard?
I think he did, yes. I think he did. I think he did.
Can you describe the facial hair?
No.
No. Okay.
I was having a heart attack when this was going on.
Okay, I understand.
Daddy got him. Yeah, me too. Do you know how I felt? This guy.
Hey, she described him as a white male, skinny, with dark hair, possibly in a ponytail, wearing a white shirt, Jewish accent, and he had facial hair. She described him as a white male, skinny build, dark hair, possibly in a ponytail, wearing a white shirt. He had a Jewish accent. And
Meanwhile, the officers who found the suspect were having a hard time finding any concrete evidence against him, and when they could no longer take any more of his deceptions, they decided to make a bold move.
Ocean, tell him, please.
Pull up and talk to anybody? You didn't, in your travels from Piscataway, you didn't pull over and talk to anybody or anything like that? What's going on?
Copy, that's our goal.
You don't have a spotlight or a flashlight or anything like that? What is that there?
That came with the car.
Okay, that's a spotlight, right?
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah, I don't even use it.
You don't use it? You didn't use it tonight?
I didn't use it tonight.
Okay.
And I don't use it at all.
What do you do for work?
I'm a graphic designer.
Okay. Why do you have a car like this?
I bought it from a guy who was selling it from an auction.
Okay. Who did it register to?
My brother.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Does it have any lights or anything on it?
Other than this one, nope.
Is this a personal car or is it a work car?
It's personal.
I'm just curious because usually the blue Easy Pass tags are for fleet cars, so I'm just curious if it's like
Is that a light bar in the back?
What?
A light bar? A light bar.
I don't know what a light bar is.
Like, for flashing lights, like we have a light bar
No,
on
I
our
don't
cars.
have that in the car. Do you want to check?
Well, it looks like it. There's one on the back of it. That's what I'm saying.
I can open the trunk for you.
What are you doing in Ocean?
Huh?
What are you doing over here? Where do you live?
I'm going to the beach because I want to shoot. I have my camera. I'm trying to shoot like sunrise. So I'm gonna go from now and wait until it comes up. I do photography and graphic design.
what time's the sunrise? It's a little early to be coming down, huh? I mean, if that's the only reason you're here for, right?
Yeah, I usually go there.
And where do you live?
Piscataway.
Piscataway?
Yes.
come straight from Piscataway?
Yes. I was at the airport dropping off my wife, and then I
You
went
weren't in
home.
Asbury at all? Pretty sure I saw you pass me by on the circle maybe about 45 minutes ago. Is that right here?
I was just following this.
That's not what I asked.
I don't know if I...
Did you go around the Asbury circle?
I don't know.
About 45 minutes. Where's your GPS coming from then? Would you mind zooming out and showing me the origin location?
I just want to talk to you back here. Okay? Yup, I'll tell you as soon as you come back here. Okay. You don't have any weapons on you, right? No? No guns, knives, bombs, anything like that? Okay. Alright, come on back here. Okay.
By this time, he knew deep down that it wouldn't take long before they discovered the truth, but no matter what, he was ready to take his chance, banking on his act of innocence to save him.
We got a report, okay, that you were following a car. Okay, it was this car following this woman. Okay? And she was driving around town, off main roads and everything like that, and you were following her, and then she eventually pulled over, and she asked what you were doing. And you shined your spotlight on her car and talked to her for a little bit. Right? Did that not happen?
I did not shine any spotlight.
Okay.
And anybody...
Did you talk to her?
Talk to who?
The car that pulled over and asked what you were doing.
There was no car that pulled over.
No
You're
car.
the only car that pulled me over.
Good. Okay. You telling me that person that called 911 and gave the description of your car, she's lying. You didn't talk to her at all.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay. Did you go to 7-Eleven tonight?
No.
No. You were never in the parking lot of 7-Eleven?
Never.
So if we check the tapes of 7-Eleven parking lot,
Sure.
they have very good surveillance.
Sure.
Okay. So that's the story, right? You're sticking to it. You didn't talk to anybody. Sure? You're not looking at me.
Because the lights are in my face.
Okay. I'll block them.
Alright.
Okay. What are you doing here from Piscataway?
I come here pretty often to shoot in the sunlight.
Shoot what?
Photography.
Where's your camera equipment?
It's right on the front seat.
Okay. Where do you shoot photography?
Why?
No, where? Where do you go for it?
Usually Belmar Beach.
Belmar Beach. Okay. So what time is the sunrise tonight?
Around 5 o'clock.
5. Okay. You still have a couple hours to go, right?
Yes, I usually go there early. I rest in the car so I don't miss it.
Okay. All right.
I do this pretty often too.
Okay. And you didn't follow anybody? You didn't talk to
No, I
anybody?
never follow anything.
I mean tonight.
No.
Talking about tonight. Okay? So you definitely didn't do that.
I'm going to be up front with you, okay? There's a lot of technology in this town, cameras, plate readers, things along those lines, okay? We got a report that your vehicle was in an apartment complex, okay? At which point you confronted a female in the apartment complex, asked her if she was okay, right? Do you remember doing that?
No.
You don't remember doing that at all?
No, that's what you tell me.
Okay. What if I told you I had video of it? I'm looking for some honesty. I'm not trying to make this a big ordeal. Okay, you didn't hurt anybody.
Right.
Okay? But not telling the truth, right, makes you look guilty. That like you were going to do something. Okay? Telling the truth about what's going on, right, shows me that you're obviously being truthful and you had no intentions on hurting anybody. But we have to come up with a solution here. Okay? If you lie to me about what's going on when I can prove that you're lying, we have a problem. Right? If you tell me the truth and nobody's hurt here and this woman just got scared, right, then we can have a different type of solution to this whole thing.
I just told the officer
Yeah.
you can check the videos at 7-Eleven.
I'm not worried about 7-Eleven.
He told me...
I don't care about 7-Eleven.
Then whatever footage you have...
Okay. But tell me if this rings a bell to you. Okay? You happen to pull into an apartment complex. You pulled up alongside of a vehicle. There was a lady in the vehicle. You had a brief conversation. You asked her if she was okay.
No.
She got nervous. She said she was going to call 911, and you drove away. She describes your vehicle. She has your license plate. She says that you have a spotlight on your car. She describes you perfectly. White male with a beard, wearing a white t-shirt, a white shirt, a little bit of an accent. Everything that she's telling me is adding up.
You're saying sounds like me, but it's not.
Even with overwhelming evidence stacked against him, he stuck to his script, refusing to crack under pressure. What he didn't anticipate, however, was how a single detail he let slip would be the thread they'd use to unravel everything.
So if I tell you that I have your license plate in the apartment complex, and this woman took a video of you while she was in her car, and the video is matching up to you,
I don't know how to say anything to that.
You don't know how to explain that at all?
At all.
Do you understand where I'm coming from, though?
Yes, I do.
That being honest about something is a lot better than being deceitful about it? Okay. Do you have anything in your car you shouldn't have?
No.
Part of me does not believe you, and I don't mean to be rude or anything, right? But when I have all these facts, basically, right, and then you just denying what's going on.
I'm not denying. I'm saying what happened. You're telling me something else happened, and you're telling me that that was me. So how am I supposed to react to that?
I'm asking just for some cooperation and honesty.
3 cop cars pulled me over.
Yeah.
Like,
because what she's alleging, right? She has one side of a story. Whatever she wants, right? And then if you were the person that was involved in this, you might have a completely different story as to what was going on. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? So if she's telling me a story, right, which kind of incriminates you into doing something that maybe you shouldn't have been doing, but maybe that wasn't the full story, or maybe that there's something missing, right? I need you to fill in the blank.
I don't have any story.
So you deny going into the apartment complex? You deny making contact with...
I don't have any stories. I came from Piscataway.
Yep.
On my way, I got pulled over. And until they explained to me why I'm getting pulled over, I had no idea why I'm pulled over.
Do you know why now you're getting pulled over?
Yes, I understand. But, like, what am I supposed to do at this point? You tell me you have video of me.
I'm asking you to fill in the blank here. Listen.
I don't have any blank to fill.
Okay.
I told you, I came from Piscataway. I'm going there. I do this pretty often.
Okay.
It's like, and you're telling me that somebody looks like you're wearing same shirt, same car, same everything?
Yep.
Over.
I didn't say you pulled somebody over. I said you approached somebody in the parking lot.
No, somebody else told me.
Forget about what they said. I just talked to the officer that's over there now. Okay? I know you never got out of the car. I know that you never tried to hurt anybody. I know that you didn't try to intimidate anybody, right? But I need to hear that from you.
I already said I'm coming from Piscataway to Belmar.
Okay.
What do you want me to say other than
You also said that you're following GPS, and this is not a direct path. No GPS is going to take you off of major highways that have a direct path to Belmar.
Correct.
To come through residential neighborhoods to go to Belmar from Piscataway. It's not going to happen.
I usually select on the GPS to avoid highways. I can show you.
That's not an option. It's fastest route, fuel efficient, avoid tolls.
I'll show you.
Stay right there. This is not like a direct path to where you were going. And that's
I usually take my time driving. I listen to podcasts and because I'm not in a rush. But like I just usually follow the GPS. And there is an option that selects to avoid highways. I can show.
Yeah, so we're out with that car now. We're trying to just figure out what's going on, okay?
Why? Why is he stopping me? What is he doing?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out.
Thank you.
Okay.
Will you let me know?
Well, yeah, as soon as I know, I'll update you on it, okay?
I'm sorry, I didn't see your name.
That's right. I'm Officer Bartolome.
Bartolome.
Yep.
Got it.
How long have you been down here in Monmouth County for? You literally just left Piscataway and you were in a direct route. Did you stop anywhere? No. So you went from Piscataway directly to here. And how did you end up here? You said your GPS took you here?
Yeah, I was just following the GPS.
Okay. And what destination were you supposed to go to? Like, what did you put in there? Belmar Beach?
Yes, Ocean.
What's that? Ocean Ave?
Drive, Ocean Ave.
Ocean Ave, Belmar Beach on Ocean Ave?
When he saw the path that they were towing, he knew that he had to figure out a way fast before he got caught.
And it took you here. You understand that you are nowhere near Belmar right now? And that your GPS... How did you get down here from Piscataway? Did you take Route 35,
Probably, yeah,
Route 18, Garden State Parkway, New Jersey Turnpike?
Route 35.
Okay.
Then from 35, I went off like to inside roads.
Okay. So you took 35 to where, though?
I don't remember.
You don't know? Okay. At any time, did you travel around the Asbury Park Circle today?
I don't know where the Asbury Park Circle is.
It's about 1 mile down off of Route 35.
Well, if it's
Past here.
then no.
So you haven't traveled past here.
Nope.
At any time, did you go to Centerfolds,
What is that?
a gentleman's club down here?
Nope.
You never went there. You didn't go into any apartment complex. You spoke to nobody along your way. You understand that your story doesn't make very much sense? You can't tell me with certainty how you got down here, right?
You
think you took
around
Route 35?
Pretty much. No,
What's
I
that?
don't think. I know I took 35.
Okay.
And then I started branching off like local roads.
Okay. In what town did you start branching off of local roads?
I don't know. I don't really focus on what town while I'm driving. I just try it.
Is it possible that when you broke off of some of these local roads that you ended up in an apartment complex?
Nope.
Not a chance.
Nope. Should I call a lawyer or something? What am I supposed to do here?
You just hang out.
You guys are telling me a story, and it's making it seem like you want to fit it into me, and I don't know how to prove my end. What am I
What?
supposed to do now?
You don't know how to prove what?
My end of the story. I keep telling you I'm coming from Piscataway. You keep telling me no, you're not. You're like this or like that. So what am I supposed to do now?
Let us just figure some stuff out.
Can I make a phone call?
No, I'd rather you not, because I don't know who you're calling.
I'm gonna call a lawyer.
Oh, at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
Okay. It's not necessary right now,
Then why are you not letting me go?
because we're still investigating what's going on.
You're detained right now while we investigate a crime. Okay?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think I should call a lawyer.
Okay. Well, you don't have to answer any of our questions if you don't want to moving forward. Okay?
Yeah, you guys are making me nervous. You're telling me a crime. I'm pulled over 3 cop cars, and I'm just not comfortable at this point.
Okay. Well, you don't have to answer our questions if you don't want to. All right. We're gonna do our investigation. Just sit tight. Okay. But you are detained, and you can remain silent.
Can I call a lawyer?
There's no reason to call a lawyer right now. You're not under arrest, and we're not interrogating you. So,
Well, he's telling me you're detained and we're investigating a crime.
we are investigating a crime, right? We're not interrogating you, and you're not under arrest. So, you don't call a lawyer out on the street. If you don't want to answer any more of our questions, you can say, I don't want to answer any more of your questions. We'll go through the motions that we have to, and that's it. But you're not under arrest, and nobody's interrogating you. So
At that point, it was beginning to dawn on him that he had been caught, but he was still hell-bent on barking up the wrong tree without realizing that they were about to pull an unexpected stunt that would finally bring his tower of lies crashing down.
right now, there's no reason for a lawyer. like I said, if you wish to remain silent right now and just not talk to us, that's your right to do. You don't have to answer any of our questions.
You're saying I'm detained?
It's a motor vehicle, so any motor vehicle stop is a detention, right? We are investigating a crime right now, okay? And you're being detained as a suspect of that crime pending our investigation.
Then I think I should call a lawyer.
There's no reason to call a lawyer right now. There's
This
nothing
sounds pretty serious
As
to
I
me.
said, the lawyer's not doing anything for you. We're not interrogating you, and you're not under arrest. Okay? A lawyer right now will just most likely tell you, don't answer any of their questions and go through the motions. If you don't want to speak to me anymore, you don't have to speak with me. But you're not under arrest, and nobody's interrogating you.
Can you tell me how long I'm going to be?
About 5 more minutes till we finish up our investigation here and make a determination what's going to happen.
All right, I'm going to read this again to you, okay? In a moment, a person is going to be shown to you. Take as much time as you need to look at this person. You are not required, nor should you feel compelled to identify the person shown to you. You should not conclude the person shown to you is the person who committed the crime just because the person is being shown to you. Showing you this person is not meant to suggest any police officer believes this person committed the crime. This person may or may not be the person who committed the crime. If you recognize the person shown to you, please tell me immediately. Please do not ask me if I agree or support with your choice. It is your choice alone that counts. Do you understand? All right. 310 Ocean. We're arriving. Ending mileage is 21965.
310 Ocean. We're arriving. Ending mileage is 21965.
Can you go stand right here, sir?
Yeah.
Just look straight ahead. Straight ahead.
How confident are you in that answer?
100%.
Positive I do.
Stand with the officers over here for a second. Sir, what's your name? What is it? Ahmed? Okay. You're going to be placed under arrest. Okay, right now. If you can put your hands behind your back.
Just don't need to call a lawyer.
We're not interrogating you, and we're not asking you any questions at this point.
Why am I being arrested?
You're being arrested for impersonating a police officer.
How did I do that?
I explained it to you before. I gave you the opportunity to speak with me when we were out here.
I did do that.
Okay, well, based on our investigation, that's where it's led us tonight. Okay, there's probable cause to believe that you were involved in this. You'll be placed under arrest for impersonating a police officer. Okay, if you have no warrants, then have you ever been arrested before? Okay. I call a judge and he decides whether to put you on a warrant or release you on a summons.
Can I call a lawyer? Because this sounds pretty serious to me, and I'm pretty
As I said to you, right, we are not interrogating you, right? We're not doing anything that involves having a lawyer present, right? After the fact, when you're released.
Sounds very serious.
Okay. As I said to you, if we were bringing you into an interrogation room and reading your Miranda rights, right, you have the right to a lawyer. Right now, we're going through the booking process. Okay, you're going to go inside, you're going to get booked.
Can I call my lawyer before that happened?
Not right now, no.
Because I didn't do anything that warrants all of this.
Well,
So please,
as
let me call a lawyer.
listen, a lawyer is not warranted at this point.
Please let me call a lawyer.
Get booked, you're going to get processed, you have the right to a call afterwards.
Please, at this point, you're not even going to let me back in my car. At least let me call a lawyer.
No, I'm seizing your car right now because it was involved in a crime. Does this car belong to you?
It belongs to my brother.
He was eventually charged with impersonating LEO. Moving on to when a serial cop impersonator was apprehended after he offered to help real cops.
He we thought he was a police officer because he had a firearm on. I'll explain to you why you're being arrested. We'll talk about it in my car, okay? No. That you've been arrested before for impersonating police officers?
I wanted to be able to offer the option if I came to do the install and you wanted extra lights.
On January the 16th, 2022, state troopers around Miami, Florida noticed something unusual about a vehicle after its driver approached them offering to help out with their car light. They started questioning him, completely unaware that they were about to uncover something outrageous.
The thing is, when we came up on him, hold on. When we came up on him, we thought he was a police officer because he had a firearm on him, he had a duty belt, he had a thin blue line jacket on him. His car is a police interceptor car. Like, he has rumblers on it, he has red and blue lights, you name it, the whole 10 yards, you know. Even the antennas, you know, the police antennas, he even has that on his car, but no radio. So I don't know, but
you could give me the serial number and I'll see if that's in the system, but I ran to see if he has a permit and he doesn't have a permit.
Okay, he doesn't have a permit to be able to carry a firearm either. He doesn't have a permit.
No, I don't.
Okay.
So you see when you guys turned on the red and blues, so those are basically the options that I have.
For all the lights for your install.
That I pretty much, that's my car, and I pretty much forgot that I had it like that because it literally has different setups. Like, I've done that on a private property and it has like different options for colors. This is an install I did, and I've also done police vehicles as well. So, you know, it's literally something that I have for, like, for example, if I go work on a car like I've done for DV units out of county, out of headquarters, I can sit there and say, well, if you want extra lights, this is what I can offer you. And then the same lights that I use for security, I can demo it to you. And, you know, maybe you can profit from it, or me as a business, you know, future, you know, big business owner or whatever, you know, can probably profit from it too. That's all I wanted to say, because I know what it seems like, but I can promise you it's not that, because I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I've been clean for 2 years, and trust me, Metro West wasn't for me, because it's not nice. Family hurts, I hurt. I don't want that. I really don't.
We don't want that either. It's probably not the best option for anybody right now. Like I said, I honestly haven't made any decisions.
I understand and I respect that fully, and whatever decision you do make, I always respected it. I always did, because, you know, I know what it seems like.
I mean,
so,
it looks like you do good work. It's just, I know the other detective, when we were initially talking, she explained it to you a little bit. I wasn't around, but I'm assuming she did. Like,
She did. She told me everything what it seemed like and everything.
That would have said security or anything, it would have been like, okay, yeah, I understand. You know, yeah, you have the different options. Okay.
And that's why I want to wrap it. I want to wrap it for that same reason. Because I know it'll be less of a headache. Because to have a wrap that says food emergency lighting on the side. I mean,
realistically, I don't know what she told you, but I mean, you don't need a cage.
I haven't gotten a chance to that yet, to be honest. I bought the car with it, and I haven't gotten a chance to it. The rear partition, I got it, because it had actually one to the trunk as well, to divide the backseat from the trunk. I was able to get that one out, but that one I didn't get to.
In the future, I would do anything and everything to make the car not look like any of the police cars on the street. I understand the lights, that's fine. You got to do your light setup that's straight, no problem. But even if that means like moving the push bar, changing the rims, it's the little things that will never
That's
have
how
this
I
happen.
actually had it recently with those.
Yeah.
Just because it blended in better and it didn't stand out so much as a cop car. So
yeah.
I actually borrowed them from a car that I was working on.
That's probably a better idea.
You know, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Because all the changes you made, whether you're trying to make it a demo car, make it as realistic to a police car as possible, that plus the duty belt, plus what you're wearing, plus, you know, all of that.
I can understand that, you know.
Sir, get your hands in your pocket, put your hands behind your back for me.
I guess you made it twice.
I'm gonna talk to you now. I'm gonna explain your rights. Can you hold this for a second? I'll explain to you why you're being arrested. We'll talk about it in my car, okay? Did you guys ask him if he's been arrested before?
He said he had a criminal history. You're not being specific on what it was. What is it?
Okay.
They were not about to let him stall the situation with his unnecessary talk, but as they were placing him inside their car, thinking they finally had all his secrets, he made more shocking revelations to them.
Okay, so you didn't tell them the full truth, did you? No. That you've been arrested before for impersonating police officers?
He kind of mentioned that slightly when he says he's not trying to do that again.
Okay.
I was arrested when I was 16, 17 for impersonating.
Did you tell her you had
When I was a
13
juvenile.
felonies? Did you tell her you had 13 felonies?
I did state that I had multiple felonies for driving.
So you're
Yes.
convicted felon is not supposed to have a firearm.
Yeah.
Well,
You were in
hence the
possession
reason
of a
why
firearm
I started
when we
clearing
walked
my
out.
stuff out, and I got my G license. Well, I applied for my G
You
license.
can't get a G license if you have 13 felonies.
When we got here, we were talking to you
So
initially.
I was told that if I cleared my stuff out, I'd
Who
be
told you? Because that's not correct.
Well, they had told me that it was non-violent, so I wouldn't have an issue being a security guard.
Hang on. Let's put him in the car.
All right, come on. Let's go in my car. We'll figure it out now. But for right now, as far as I'm concerned, you have 13 felonies. You're in possession of a firearm when we walked up to you. On the other side, there's more room.
Let me ask you. We're gonna clear your car because we don't want to leave it there. All right. Do you have any other guns or any other weapons in the car? Sure. There's no other firearm we're gonna find. There's no other knife, bulletproof vest.
So there is a vest in the car that I was using earlier today for the same event I was working.
Okay.
And it just says public safety officer on it.
Okay. Where is that one at?
I believe it might be in the back seat.
In the back seat?
Correct.
Okay.
And then,
Is there any?
if I'm not mistaken, the same gentleman that you spoke to today, he was working with me at the other event, and he did a sell of a gun or something like that. And I think there's a firearm in a case, though.
In a case.
In the car.
Okay.
If not, it would be the empty case.
Sarmiento's with the car?
Yeah.
There's another gun in the car.
No, that's
It
fine.
says it's in a case. It might say
I need to know because we're gonna search the car. I don't want to miss anything and have
There's
that
no
car.
possible way that I should call like my dad that's the owner of the car.
If there's a vest,
Like that, I don't have that.
it says it's another gun.
Let that
It's in
car
a
go
case
like
and it says another gun.
Okay. It has to get to. Okay.
But I mean, I wasn't doing anything wrong with the lights, though. I even showed you my business card and I showed you the Instagram and everything.
Listen, I totally understand. Listen, aside from that case with the gun and the vest, is there anything else in that car?
No, there isn't.
There's nothing else.
Shouldn't be nothing else. I promise you that. There's probably a knife on the passenger seat. But that's it.
Nice passenger.
And that's for self-defense.
Now let me ask you this: as far as tonight, you worked 2 events.
I worked from 9 a.m. yesterday. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Reds Car Restoration. They're off of 75th Street and 27th Avenue. Down by Northside. So they were hosting a raffle for 3 cars today, and I was working there since 9 a.m. I got off at 10 and then I came over here.
And you were working in what capacity over there?
Same capacity.
As what?
As a security officer. Same capacity.
Okay. And
just again, my understanding was that I thought that I could because even someone had told me that my record was non-violent, so I wouldn't have an issue. I thought that I didn't know that just having a felony for whatever it would screw me up. I thought they would classify like violent, non-violent, and give a chance, allow people to fix themselves. That's all I've wanted. That's it.
let me ask you, the license that you applied for, the security license you applied for, was it for armed or unarmed?
For armed.
For armed. And you still haven't
I haven't gotten it by mail, the actual hard one.
Okay. Have you gotten like an approval or disapproval or any?
I haven't gotten no letter yet. And I've had that same address on my license for years. It's the one that I used.
Okay.
I was just hoping that that's something I'd be able to do because I couldn't be what I wanted to be. For obvious reasons, as you already know.
Just so we're on the same page.
For a second, his tactics seemed to be working until the officer started posing some offsetting questions that he didn't anticipate.
What was it that you wanted to be?
A cop. I was an explorer when I was little and I wanted to be a cop.
Where were you an explorer?
From Miami-Dade. out of post 526 in Miami Lakes.
Miami Beach.
I was with Officer Lesmus over there, and then I was with Randy Russell and Officer Kimsey out of Northside. And then after that, when my license started getting messed up, it was downhill from there. So
what was it that you were doing, for speeding?
No, it was for stupid tickets. Just I was young. I got my learner's permit suspended. I didn't even ever get a license till maybe about a year or two ago.
Okay.
So I never did. And then I finally said, you know what, I've had it, because I didn't want to take this trip anymore. I didn't want to keep going to jail, losing whatever I worked for, the little bit I might have. I didn't want to lose it. So I said, all right, I can be a cop. I started doing the installs, and that went well. Because I started, making money from it, obviously, because I started putting work into it. It was a little bit closer to what I wanted to be, but, knowing that I was safe. And then after that, the guy that you spoke to, he told me, hey, why don't you do security? And like that, you'll be good. You'll make your money. You can do installs on the weekends. And I honestly thought I was good, because I've never robbed anybody. I've never hurt anybody. All I did ever was drive and not listen to not drive. That was it.
Okay.
But I am wrong.
Let me ask you, the lights that you have in the car, have you ever used them?
I have used them. I've used them in the past on Okeechobee.
Okay.
Over by Okie and past the turnpike. And the day that I actually used them, I made a video with a few cars there as well, and FHP was by there as well. So I went up to them and I asked them, because we were going to do videos with the cars racing with lights and siren. And they said, yeah, as long as I'm not trying to pull nobody over and there's no public traffic, that I was okay. And those are videos that I have on my Instagram, videos outside of my house, videos at my other job that I have on the weekdays. That is like a private parking lot. And when I get there sometimes in the morning, I want to make my video, because networking is the only way that I see that I'll be able to make it.
All right, and let me ask you, today you're working as an armed security guard here.
Correct.
And who hired you?
American Protective Service Group.
Okay. But they hired the company, and then you're just
No,
one of
they
the
hired the company and I work for the company, correct.
Okay.
You
And
mean if Red...
Do you,
if
do you
the,
work here often?
I was working every weekend, but won't be able to do that now. So, but yes, I was working here every weekend.
How long have you been working there?
Maybe about the same amount of time, month and a half, 2 months.
Okay.
Sometimes maybe before that I would cover, but not armed.
Okay.
Because again, I never wanted to go back. I never did. After my last conviction, I said I'm gonna do my time and fix myself. I will never lie to you. I don't enjoy it. I don't. Much less as a gay man. I would never enjoy jail like that.
Okay.
So
now let me ask you this. You said you've done this. You've done like what? Been arrested before?
Yeah. I've been arrested before for license. Every time as I habitual, I had to take the ride. It was the reality of it, and I would tell them.
Have you been arrested for anything else?
I've been arrested before also for impersonating, and it got dropped. I never got convicted for it. And also when I was younger, I also got arrested for it once because I had some amber lights on my car. And that got dropped as well because I was a juvenile.
Okay.
But that was it. And last time it was because the officer pulled me over and he saw that I had the same thing, a vest and stuff. And I told him, listen, I was working. That was it.
How long ago was that arrest?
I want to say maybe about 3.5 years. 3 years, give or take.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more. I don't know, because I've been clean for a while.
Okay.
I have.
And what you do for the car, like the stuff you have in there, and you bought the car like that?
So the car came with a partition. The car came with the spotlight.
He knew what she was trying to achieve with those questions, but he was a smooth-talking master of disguise who was keen on talking his way out of this one again.
Came with a push bar. The only stuff that I took off was lights that were on the push bar, like yours, that are red and blue. And I took those out and I added mine, which are the green and whites and amber in the push bar. The speakers and some antennas were on it. Others, I added it because it does give it a better look. That was the only reason why. And I won't even deny it from you. I did add some, but it was to give it a better... Yes, I did add about 2 of those, but it was to give it a better look.
to make it look more like a cop?
I guess you can say to make it look more professional, to be honest. Because, again, as an explorer, I know better.
You should know better.
I do. I know better. I know what that carries. When I got that set up, I got told by several officers. And they told me, you know what that is. And I said, yeah, but you guys, I've done work to the cars. You guys know. And they even told me that it was risky. Just, again, I wanted to be able to have that available.
Listen, I totally understand.
And not in that sense. In the
No.
sense, like, for example, you meet me and I so happen to come across you and I tell you I do installs and you tell me so happenly that you want to add some lights. I wanted to be able to offer the option if I came to do the install and you wanted extra lights, be able to show it to you. Not on a video, but, actually physically. Look, this is the light, this is what it can do. But I didn't think it would get me this, honestly. If I would have known, I wouldn't have done it.
But you know that you can't have red and blue lights.
My understanding from a cop was that I can have them as long as I didn't use them. And that's why I had set it up to the amber and white. And I had set up the red and blue for demonstration purposes only. Like maybe at a car show, to have some fun at a car show, that's about it. To be quite honest with you. That's honestly about it. If I would have known, I can show you a video of how my car was before. I would have never changed it because it actually looked nice. I changed it to have that option because I started dealing with some cops in the install. So I wanted to be able to offer it. Not just show up to the security guard and be like, look at my lights, they're amber green. But also have the option to be like, hey officer, look, since you know I do installs, I have red and blue lights. I would like to show them to you. Maybe you like them and you might want to get some. That was honestly the only reason why.
Why'd you change the rims on the car?
It came with those.
It came with
I
those?
had changed them to the other ones, like the ones on that car, recently because I was working on a white one like that and it had those hubcaps. And I had put those on my car temporarily because I didn't want it to stand out so much. Because with those center caps, it does stand out, but I initially got the car like that. I can show you a video of the day that I got it with my old car next to it, and it was just like that.
As far as you using the car, you only use it for when you are doing security?
Well, no, I use it also for when I do funeral escorts. Because I found out that you don't need a license for that, just a driver's license. I don't know if I'm right or wrong on that. That's what I was told. So I do use the amber white lights. I do use them for funeral services, which I have it on my dash cam in the car as well that I can show you. That's about it.
You don't use the car for anything else? No personal use?
Just personal use. And I went from a Crown Vic to that because of the installs. It was more convenient for me to take the wires, my tools, if I need to take any lights that I might order and receive them for the, whoever, be able to load them up and not have the issue of the Crown Vic.
The back seat of the car it's caged in, right?
So when I got it, it had this one and the one that the SUVs have that go to the back. I was able to take that one off when I did the install of the lights, but I honestly never got to this one. And as you can see, you will notice it because the wires are literally on the side. Because I couldn't even find a way to tuck it in, and I just never got to take it off. That's about it. Along with the window bars, it also came with window bars.
How long have you had the car for?
Probably going on 2 years now.
And you said the car is under your dad's name?
Correct.
It's not under you? Do you have any car under you?
No, I do not.
At that point, one thing was clear. He was a master at his game, and he would stop at nothing to prove that to them.
Why is that?
Because also, within the havoc that I wreaked of my license, I also messed up my credit. So I haven't been able to take out a car into my name.
He has a rumbler in the front.
As far as the rumbler system in the front, the
speakers,
sirens?
Yeah, I have that for horn.
Okay.
There's also other sounds in there as well, which I've used in the past, but mainly what I use it during escorts is the horn and the rumbler from when I'm going through an intersection, so it can be safer for me and for
You
the people
installed
driving.
it?
I'm sorry? Yes.
You installed it?
Yes.
It didn't come with it?
No. I get the rumblers. I deal with a light brand called Phoenix.
Okay.
So I get rumblers from them at a dealer price, and obviously I install it. And my car obviously has one as well, yes.
As far as when you were showing us the lights earlier,
Correct.
you were showing us certain light bars, and then I asked you if I could see the light panel, and you agreed.
Correct. Because
And
I honestly had forgotten. I don't know if you have my phone or not. I can show you on my Instagram the different ways that I can play with the lights. And I have videos of all the lights in white and amber and red and blue, mixture of blue, white, red, white, because you actually can play around with the colors, and I had forgotten that I had set it up like that.
when did you set it up like that?
I don't know, maybe about a month ago. It was a morning that I was at my job, at my full-time job, and I was making Instagram videos of the different colors. So I would just tap the color changer and I would do the white. I did a video of the amber, of the red, the blue, the red amber, red white, amber white, amber blue, you have different colors combinations with it.
And as far as the computer that you have in the car,
That computer, I use it for a system called 911iNet, which is it's like for security and stuff, for public safety, I guess. And they basically offer support for us for when we're working, and they can dispatch EMS for you guys if needed. And I can log into a CAT system that they have on the computer, because sometimes since they're out of state, the signal on the radios go out. So we have an option, like when we're at a post, to notate stuff on there to let them know if we can't communicate via radio.
and just verifying, you don't have a carrying concealed weapon
No, I do not.
license.
No, I do not.
You don't have a physical security license on you,
Physical on me at the moment, no, I do not.
and you don't have an ID from the company that you
I
work
do have an ID from the company, but I do not. The same ID he showed you, the only thing that changes is the badge, because his is gold, obviously, and mine's is just regular. It says officer, and that's it.
But you
I
don't
do
have it
have
on
that
you.
ID, but I do not have it on me. I don't, because I do have it with the other shit that we use sometimes for work.
And the only ID that you showed me today was the escort one, right?
Correct, yeah, it was the one that I gave you along with my driver's license.
And the badge you had on your belt with the
Executive
magazine,
escorts.
that was for the executive escorts, not for your security. It's not your security badge.
For this company, they haven't given me one yet.
Why?
Because I guess they have to pay for it, and I guess I haven't been on long enough for that, I guess. I don't know.
And you said you've worked there for 2 months?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything that I didn't ask that you think is relevant?
Not really, because I know at the end of the day, it's inevitable. Just, I honestly, last time I got arrested was about 4.5, 5 years ago. And I truly decided to want to change, find something to do, get out of trouble, stop driving. I even had to suck it up and ask my parents for help for a long time, just so I wouldn't drive, so I can have them help me. And I honestly didn't see this happening. It was never my intention.
He kept up with his antics, not knowing that she was about to ask him a question that would melt all his acts like wax before fire.
Ever, even when I got my setup, it wasn't my intention at all. And I do apologize if you guys were disrespected any type of way, but it was never my intention to you guys. Ever.
You were very respectful. Tonight you were really
I'd like
respectful.
to help you guys out. When I've had an officer approach me about lights or whatever, I like it. I enjoy it. But if I meant any type of disrespect, guys, I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. Let me ask you one last question. When you saw us approaching, you were inside your car, right?
Correct.
And then you stepped out.
I was inside my car because I was tired.
Listen, just breathe, okay?
Just hard, because I honestly didn't see this happening. I didn't want it, I didn't see it. At 32, I got my learner's license suspended, and when I got my license a few years ago, I was happy. Because I never had it.
No, listen, I could tell that you're trying to do the right thing, but you're still
going about it the wrong way.
And I think you know that you are doing it the wrong way, but you don't mean the ill intent, right?
I don't. I just, like I told you, when they told me that my charges were non-violent, because I did explain to them, I was like, look, I want to be a security, but I have this in my past, and they were like, well, if it's non-violent, you know, it shouldn't be an issue. Because I told them, you know, it's been driving, but I didn't think that I would be classified as someone else like that. I thought by it being non-violent.
Hello.
Listen, you gotta be very careful.
Right now, she's interviewing him.
All right.
Let me pass you to Vargas.
Just
Hold
give
on.
us a few minutes, and I'll come back and talk to you. Okay? Would you like to speak to your family?
I'm not gonna call them at this time and wake them up. I did that way too many times before. I'm not doing that at their age. I'm not.
Is there anybody you would like to call? A friend? Anybody? I'll let you think about it and I'll come and ask you, okay?
He was charged with unlawful representation of an officer. The next case takes us to Marietta, Georgia, where cops detained a local bar's security for cop impersonation.
There's one of your security guards just came out here. He had a shirt that said he is a cop. Yeah, police. You see that? You're wearing police. Are you police? You're not police. Why are you wearing something that says police?
You have anything else on you? Nothing.
On April the 16th, 2023, deputies on patrol spotted a local bar's security wearing something unusual and immediately approached him for questioning. But instead of showing concern about the issue at hand, he had other concerns.
Hey, show me on the zone patrol. I'll be out at 786 Soundtown Road, 786 Soundtown Road. Start me a second unit.
Walk into my car. They're watching me here.
Huh?
Walk to my car right there.
I can't hear you.
Let's walk to my car right there because they're watching me. And I'll tell you what's going on.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go.
Just defend me because they're watching me.
You said what?
They're watching me.
Okay.
The camera. I'm the one there. They open the door to me, get on the back all the time.
Okay.
And they hit a few times. They hit good.
Okay.
You know, help me.
Well, here's the problem, man. See, I respect what you do. I used to be a bouncer. But you have firearm on you. I don't know if you have a blue card or not. He went to have to pull you from the inside. All right, so I'm not sure if you're working inside or outside, but you can't be having a firearm on the inside, you know, where they're serving liquor, first of all. Second of all, I saw law enforcement on your shirt or police or something, okay? And now, you know, you're telling me, yeah, you're law enforcement, but then you're saying, well, I work for myself, meaning you don't working for an agency. I'm asking you if you're post-certified. You're saying it's in my car. I still haven't seen any post-certification on you. Okay? So where's your post-certification?
I don't got it with me.
Are you post-certified?
I got the certification that I took the course in Locust Grove.
Locust Grove. How long was the course?
8 hours, 4 days.
Okay. Roll down your sleeves real quick.
I'm a good guy.
The other one. Yeah, police. You see that? You're wearing police. Are you police? You're not police. Why are you wearing something that says police?
I've been using it for so long here. You know, like that again, we don't have too much problem with people here.
Okay. But here's the thing, man. You're still not a cop, though. You know, you're just putting more danger on yourself wearing something that says police. Right?
Yes.
All right, come over here. You're coming to my car.
Yes.
All right. Come. Yeah, close your car. All right, so what we're gonna do, okay? You stand right here. All right, you're gonna take your gun belt out. Take your gun belt off. All right, you're gonna put your gun belt right here. Huh? Roll gun? It doesn't matter. You need to take it off, okay? You should have thought about that before wearing something that says police. All right, but I'm not saying you are, man, but you're still wearing something that says police. Okay? It's not. It's over. It's over my control. This is a supervisor call, whatever he wants to do. Okay? So I need you to take off your belt. I don't want to put you in handcuffs in front of all these people. I'm not going to put you in handcuffs in front of all these people.
please, I mean.
All right, so, but I need you to take it off.
I'm helping MCS right now with a case.
Okay. Take off your gun belt. What do you have here? What is that?
The taser don't work.
It don't work?
It don't work.
Why are you wearing a taser that doesn't work?
This one looks.
Have you ever been arrested or detained for impersonating a police officer?
No, sir, I haven't. Yeah, I've been helping MCS for so long and everything.
You've worked with who?
I've been helping MCS with some people that are looking for others. I've been looking for a long time.
Okay.
With school.
Okay.
You know, this is what I'm supposed to say is, and I help Mike, I help everybody.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yes, sir. So that's because I can't want to lose my job, but they're looking for a few guys that I'm helping them with. They're
Okay.
supposed to show up to me.
Okay. Who is your contact with MCS?
Paul. I got the phone number here, but they went to that camera.
Okay. You said pool?
So I put my phone out and I show you.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah, they're looking for the uncle and son.
What are they related to?
They called 8 ounces.
While he worked at proving to them how helpful he had been to cops, it didn't take long for him to realize that his efforts were like chasing the wind.
Heroin.
You said Agent Poole?
Yeah.
That's the agent you're talking to? Agent Poole?
This is somebody else. Hold on. They gave me somebody else. I'm gonna show you right now. But the Chinese guys, you watching me? That's not weird. Oh, there's my card. May I pick it up?
Yeah, you can pick it up.
The TV, you know, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying you're burning me or nothing, but the TV.
I understand, man, but I gotta do my job.
You stand over here. I don't want to go off.
So you said this is a fake gun?
I've been with Sergeant Norman. Sergeant.
Sawyers?
Yeah, Sergeant. The lady, I saw her name. I open the doors for them all the time.
This is not a real gun?
No. Let me stand over here. No, it's not. It's a pellet.
It's a pellet gun?
Yeah, it don't work no more. It's sealed. If this is sealed, it's there. Well, the gas.
Why are you being security
because
with a pellet
I'm trying
gun?
to retire from here, leave from here, but we're trying to build a case right here with this guy. That's supposed to. One of the guys is in here right now. Let me show you the contact. Officer.
So Sawyers doesn't work for us no more.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
and Miss, I'll show you in a minute. Oh, look. Pool is one. Skyler, another one. I was supposed to say nothing to you about it. I got in trouble last time.
Hey, 42 to 41 on 4. What's your ETA?
I didn't know this guy's not with y'all no more. Mason? Miss Mason?
You know Mason?
Yeah, Mason's the one that opened the door for her all the time. You can change up for daytime.
Okay, I'll call her right now and I'll ask her.
Yes, please. And then, you know. So here's Dodgers, Millie, okay, Mason.
Okay. So I need you to understand something, all right? The problem is that you're wearing something that says police. I understand you've held cops and stuff. It doesn't give you the right to wear something that says police. It's not about an ego thing. It's not about this. It's not about that. The problem is that you're wearing something that says police, and then now people are coming here and they hit the police. Now they're shooting up the place because they think that you're a cop, right? Come on, step back here. I don't want people to see you. Leave your stuff down. No, I have.
I can't say too much about it.
Okay. Just stay right here. Huh? I'll give her a call, but man, it doesn't change the fact you're wearing something that says police and you're not a cop.
I know, I promise I'm gonna do it again. I promise. Yeah, I've been trying, you know.
It's not my call no more, man. Should we call Stalin out here? Roll that down. Roll it down.
With another officer joining in, he figured it was another chance at negotiating his way out of the situation. But nothing could have prepared him for the unexpected response he got.
I pulled up. I was doing his own patrol. Roll it down. Roll it all the way down. He's wearing stuff that says police.
And you know you can't be doing it.
He talks to a lot of units with us. That knows a lot of them. He's helped apparently with us before. So I'm debating on whether to.
All the time, or because we bring the bathroom in. I've been here 13 years. Mike outside, I will not do it again. Right now we're working on some father and son is supposed to come, and they'll focus on months of hell. You know, so it's short to me.
Well, I know you've been cool with us every time I come out here, but we can't. If he saw that, and
This is, but it's not real.
You know, Ciprano, there was
I got here 13 years. Let us call a sergeant, okay? Yeah, so we'll see what he says.
Last time that was the problem. I mentioned you told me I had trouble. I just telling you I'm sorry. I just told you that I didn't do it. I helped mention all that, and Mike also was in support. The lady guy up there. Yeah, he's fine with working on that.
Yeah, I don't got his phone number.
They're working on that. And he's watching in the office, he's watching all the moves. When you guys come, he tells everybody there, hey, you know, watch out.
Yeah. Alright, give us a second. We gotta do our job, man. You did what you did. You can't be mad at us.
I know, but I just tell you, I'm sorry.
It's not disrespecting us, man. You're breaking the law. You're breaking the law. That's the thing. Huh?
You know, the fight you used to do a lot of fights.
Okay. All right. What other weapons you have on you?
Nothing.
That's fake?
Yeah.
All right. Take off the vest. Take off the vest.
Oh,
take off the vest. Take off the vest. Yeah. Put your phone in your pocket. What? We don't know yet. That's gonna be up to my sergeant.
Can I at least give the keys to my wife to get to her house?
So it says police there too, huh?
Where? No.
No, right here on your shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
All right, take it off. All right. Get this vest. No, you're gonna keep it there. You got any weapons in your pockets?
No.
All right, put your hands right there. All right, you mind if I do a pat down for weapons? All right, put your hands right here. Huh? Yeah, he got it in the front too.
But I was trying to, but you don't see it because of the bed.
Okay. It was, man. I'm not worried about that. I don't care about that. But keep your hands up there. What do you have here? Your cigarettes and a hat?
Just when they thought that they had seen it all, they were about to make more shocking discoveries.
What does the hat say? Does the hat say police also? Huh?
Yeah.
It says police? Yes? Okay.
But I got another one.
All right, take out the hat real quick. Sure. All right, so you're being detained at this time. Okay? You're being detained. You're not arrested, you're just detained. Okay? All right, let me see the keys. Well, we'll see, man. If you get arrested, I'll let you do that. Okay? Where's your wife at?
Inside.
Inside? Okay. All right, sit in there. You can take a seat. You can keep your feet facing up. I'm not gonna close the door. All right. I'm gonna read you something real quick, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you understand your rights? Okay. And you want, knowing your rights, you want to speak to me? It's a simple yes or no, man. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. All right. So here's the deal. All right. So I'll roll up. I see you wearing stuff that's wearing police. Did you know that you were wearing stuff that says police? Yeah? Okay. Why were you wearing that stuff?
And honestly, because on Saturday, because it's so crowded here, when they see you there, there's less fights and everything.
Okay. So you thought that
I don't use it every day and nothing like that.
Okay. So just to confirm, you were using it as a deterrent so when people saw that, they wouldn't fight as much. Am I wrong? Yeah, that's what that.
But you can't see nothing with the vest.
Okay, but when I came in, your sleeves were rolled down, correct? Yeah, yeah, they were. Yeah, your sleeves were rolled down. Okay. All right. So I then did a frisk to see if you have any weapons on you after I took all your gear out. You say you didn't. I saw a hat, and I asked you what the hat was. Can you tell me what the hat was? All right, police hat. Okay. Where did you buy that hat?
Jonesboro at Army Surplus.
Army Surplus?
Yeah, they got one over here and one over here.
Okay. All right. How long have you been wearing police stuff that says police?
I haven't used it frequently, but I did about 2 years or something. It was sergeant told me, because I used to help Mike and everything, whatever, and they let me slide.
They let you slide. Who let you slide?
They just say you can't don't use it no more than whatever else.
So you've been talked about this before. So somebody already talked to you about this, but they let you slide, but you still kept doing it?
No. But to me, like I said, Mike and anything everybody comes, and it's just me that they, I was helping them or whatever, but
Helping who?
Mike Bosco, Miss Mason, Mr. Sargent. I opened the door.
What were you helping them on?
I opened the back door.
You would open the back door. So because they opened, listen to me, because you opened the back door, you thought that it was right for you to put something on that says police?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
So sorry.
So what was the mindset behind somebody putting the thing that says police on? Do you wear anything that says police outside of working here?
No.
At the moment, he thought things couldn't get any worse. But then came the real blow.
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay, so you only wear police gear or police.
I really put it out to you, but I'll be honest with you. Because I haven't been able. I work during the week.
What do you work on?
I'm doing security.
Where?
I'm doing security.
You do security during the day?
Yes.
Okay, where do you do security at?
We're doing the Radisson and Marietta.
Radisson and Marietta?
In Marietta, the Radisson is a new building.
Yeah.
For Global. My phone.
What company do you work for?
Global.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. And the owner is Mike. He's a police officer from UCAP.
Okay. So, are you blue carded? Do you have a blue card?
got several cars there, but it was a while back.
Was it the firearm course, or did you do the regular security course?
Regular security, because I mean the firearm.
Okay, so you do not have a blue card. You do not have a blue card, okay? So even if you weren't wearing police-related uniform, you're still not certified under the state. You don't have a blue card to be able to carry a weapon while you're a security officer. You know that, right?
Yeah,
to be able to be an armed security officer in the state of Georgia, you need to be blue carded. So what you're telling me is you're not a law enforcement officer, but you're wearing police gear. You did have something that simulates a weapon. You had a taser and you had a baton. Even though they don't work, it still simulates that you have a weapon on. All right, you did have a baton. You have all those type of weapons. All right, did you have pepper spray on you? Okay, so you have pepper spray, taser, a baton, and something that simulates a firearm, correct?
Yes.
But you're not a law enforcement officer, post certified, and you're not blue carded in the state of Georgia to be an armed security officer. Am I right? Okay. So why are you doing all this? Why are you carrying all these weapons?
Just look old.
It looks? Just looks?
I just say it just look.
Okay.
I mean, because here when I came back after I was gone for a while,
Okay.
I just come regular and they were like, Raymond, we can't pay you much between that. So everything is paid.
Okay. All right. Well, you're detained at this time. Okay. Stand up. Put your hands on the wall again. Stand up. Put your stand up. Put your hands on the car.
You want to go to jail?
All I said is you're detained right now. We got one out. Charges gotta come out. Okay.
8142. I got one detained.
That's why we're trying to put your hand on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you have here, man? In this bag?
Put it.
Yeah, put your gloves on. That's not bad. You say you found these where?
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom?
Yeah, they were coming out.
Okay. All right, stay there. Do not move your hands.
Do you have any more of this on you?
No.
Do you know what that is? What?
Everything we find, we give it to the owner.
You gave it to the owner?
No.
So do you know what that is? You don't know what that is?
I don't have things enough.
Okay, but whenever you found it, what is it? We don't know. I don't want to be touching something I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Is it?
After searching him, they proceeded to confirm the substance they found on him, and their findings left them disappointed.
Do you have anything else on you? Nothing?
You sure?
Yes.
Yep. She's right there. Pocket truck.
No, inside.
What's her name?
All right, man. Hop inside real quick.
Yes.
Whoa. You okay? Try sinking light sideways.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll give you a second. You're gonna have to give me a second. I think it's. I'm not sure, but it looks a lot like. Is that the test? Yeah. Yeah, but he had a whole bunch of little baggies on it.
It's still on him.
Yeah, he still has possession on it. I'm debating on whether I should hit him with the, what is it, possession intent to distribute? Because it's a lot of small baggies separated. So I think I want to hit him with it.
Yeah. Most definitely first thing.
Yeah, 100%.
How'd we go from I'm on my way to 10:15?
Possession of or resembles as a from bags.
Huh? Security guard?
Mm-hmm. It is blue.
Well, cocaine.
Awesome.
Positive bill test for cocaine.
He was charged with wearing a badge without authority and possession with intent to distribute. While other cops deserve a trophy for bringing down cop impersonators, this cop deserves a hero's medal for detaining a man who attempted to intimidate another person while posing as an LEO.
Yeah, I'm I'm a retired cop, NYPD. Okay? So.
But you're not a cop anymore.
No, I'm retired.
Okay. You told me yourself that you told him you're a
guess
cop
what?
and you're not a cop.
I lied.
You're never a cop?
No. Now, I'm getting out. The guy pulls in front of me, and I'm getting out.
On December the 31st, 2022, officers responded to a parking lot following reports of a physical altercation between two men. Upon his arrival, he started questioning them when one of the men said something that was about to change the focus of the situation.
Where's the other car?
He's right down at the end.
That little hatchback over there?
Yeah, at the end.
Okay, are you armed right now?
Yeah, it's in my waistband.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. Keep your put your hands up.
Sure.
Put your hands up. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you go to your car.
Okay.
Go unload your car. Go unload your gun inside there without anybody seeing.
Yes, sir. Just want to let you know when you approach my vehicle.
All right, give me a second.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you approach my vehicle, he said he
I'll talk to you in a second.
Right, no problem.
I want you to do what I asked you to do. You don't have to unload it. That's fine. Just put it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right, both of you come with me real quick.
Can I park in the spot?
Yeah. Go ahead and park in the spot. Are you armed right now?
Excuse me?
Are you armed right now?
No. Believe me if I tell you, I do carry. I'm a private investigator. If I did have, I'd blow his head off.
All right. So while you're both with me, I'm going to read you both your rights because you both could be a subject of a criminal investigation at this point. Okay. So you have the right to remain silent. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak to each of you separately. We're gonna sort out what happened here today, and we'll go from there. All right. So give me a second. I'll talk to this gentleman first. All right. What happened?
I'm parked over here.
Okay.
The trunk is open.
Okay.
So he was backing up, and I don't know if I walked in front of him or behind him, but he called me a jerk off.
Okay.
So he pulled over here. So I walked up to him. I said, "Who are you calling a jerk off?" Jerk off. Okay. So he said, "You." So I'm telling you the truth, so I don't want to lie about it. So I said to him, I said, "Listen, I'm a cop." He went like this, and he pulled the. He had it on his waist.
So you said you're a cop?
Yeah, I'm a retired cop, NYPD. Okay. So.
But you're not a cop anymore.
No, I'm retired.
Okay.
So anyway,
you know you can get in problems for saying that, right?
What?
You know you can get in problems for saying that you're a cop.
Yeah, well, I didn't say nothing.
Well, you just told me you said you're a cop.
Well, I don't remember.
You're no longer a cop.
Right. Okay. So in any event,
you're not a cop.
No. So in any event, he pulled the gun on me. So I said to him, "What the?" So I walked away. He pulled over here. He parked over here for a minute. Then he went around. He parked over there for a minute. Then
I'm sorry. Backtrack. So you have to go back to where you're here. You confront him. Where you confront him here.
I confronted him probably right here.
Okay.
Right? And that's when he pulled the gun on me, so I walked away.
What did he do when he pulled the gun on you?
Excuse me?
What did he do when he pulled the gun on you? Like, what did he do?
He was sitting in the car here, sitting in the car, right? Boom.
Oh, because you walked up to his car.
Yeah, walked up to his car, yeah.
Okay.
So, boom. So now I walked away. And I went back to my car to unload the groceries. He pulled over there by UPS for maybe 5 minutes, okay? Then he slowly went around, and then he came over here where you saw him, and parked over here with his flashes on. So.
That's probably when he called us.
Oh, he called you?
He called us as well.
Okay. So what is he doing, man? He pulls a gun on me, now he's stalking me. I don't want to leave here. I don't know if he's going to follow me. I don't know what the he's going to do.
Okay. So then at any point did you threaten him with a gun?
No, I don't have a gun. I'm telling you, God's on the truth, okay? I do carry, and if I did, I'd blow his head off. He pulled a gun on me.
The problem is you both acted like tough guys, and then when you approach this, listen.
Yeah.
This is a night where people get hyped up.
Exactly.
And the thing is, we could have just walked away. People call each other names, whatever. Who gives a...
This guy pulled a gun on me.
I get it, because you charged up to his car. You told me yourself.
Guess what? Let's forget everything, because you're allowed to pull guns on people in Florida. I remember that. So listen to me. Listen to me very clearly, okay? I'm sorry for calling you. Have a happy new year. God bless.
Well, no, we're not done yet, because now we're not done yet. Excuse me, we're not done yet. You're not done yet.
You don't have to touch me.
Okay, well then I'm telling you, we're not done yet, and you stay right over here.
Okay, well my car is here.
Okay, your car can stay right there.
At that point, it was already too late to walk away from the situation because things were about to take the worst turn ever.
Let's go back over here, where we were. You don't walk away from me. Do you have any retired ID that you were a cop?
I don't have to show you nothing, man. I'm respecting you.
No, you do have to show me.
I don't have
your ID.
No.
Were you actually a cop?
In New York. I retired in 1995. I got out on
Do you have any
3/4.
retired credentials?
I have nothing. I have my PIID and all my other credentials.
Any proof that you were a cop at any point?
No, I have none on me at all. It's all at home. My retirement shield, everything is at home. I don't carry it. I carry all my PI, my gun permits, my work gun permits.
Your license? Do you have any pictures of anything of you in uniform way back in the day?
Pictures?
We all have something.
I don't have nothing.
Yeah, we all do.
Well,
but if you're claiming you're a cop,
you do. I ain't pretending nothing.
Well, no, it's
I'm
too
just
late.
I'm just
'Cause
telling
now,
you.
no. Now you need to understand where we're at. Now you're claiming you're a cop. So
No,
now,
I'm not claiming I'm a cop. Here.
So
here's my. How do you call
so
it?
now we need to prove that you were once a cop, or that you are a cop.
You have a badge on your thing?
I have nothing with me. It's all at home.
I just saw a badge on your wallet right here.
Yeah,
What is that?
that's my PI shield. Okay. I just told him I'm a private investigator. Here's the license that I carry. Okay.
Okay.
Is it any time did you brandish your firearm?
Excuse me?
At any time did you brandish your firearm?
No.
So this
I'm not carrying.
this is just a verbal between you and this guy?
Yeah, but he pulled the gun on me.
Okay, he says no, he didn't.
What?
He's saying he didn't.
And even if he did, you told me yourself that you walked up on him, you confronted him, and walked up to his car window.
Listen, he called me a jerk off, so I just went up to his car.
You can't. He could call you a jerk off.
Okay,
And you could call him a jerk off.
And I'm
No problem.
assuming, okay, because I just want to get this over with, because I know this is going nowhere. And I'm assuming he's allowed to put a gun on me. So let's just.
Well, this ain't going nowhere until we prove that you were once a cop.
Oh no, we don't
Because
have
you
to.
told me you told me yourself that you told him you're a
guess
cop,
what?
and
I
you're not a
lied.
cop.
I lied.
You never a cop?
No.
Okay. You were never a cop.
No.
Okay. All right. Take your bag off. Take your bag off. Take your bag off. Put your hands behind your back.
Can you tell me why?
You told me yourself on camera that you said you were a cop.
Now I'm getting out. The guy put a gun on me, and I'm getting out.
Yep. Wow. That's exactly what's happening.
This is simply amazing.
So you were never a cop in New York?
Can I put my
Correct?
bag back in? Correct.
Okay. You were never a cop in New York?
No, sir.
All right. Very good. Well, that's a big problem here when people say they're cops and they're not.
Okay. My bad.
So nothing would have happened here, but because you guys want to act like tough guys.
No, I don't want to act like a
something
tough
turned
guy,
into
man. I
something.
just got a little
Nothing turned
carried
into
away.
something.
Which the guy pulled the gun. Okay. So whatever I said out of context.
Right. Whose car is this? This is yours?
Yeah.
Who you got that can come pick up your car? Excuse me. Who do you have that can come pick up your car?
Nobody.
Okay, I mean, I'm sure it could stay here.
Yeah. Can I just put
As
the
long as
stuff
that's
in the
okay with
car and lock it up?
Yeah. Sorry.
So let me ask you a question. What am I getting arrested for or whatever?
Impersonation of a police officer.
I never impersonated a police officer. I told you I was a cop. I never pulled out no
You
badge.
told me that you told him you were a cop.
All right. Come on.
All right, let's go.
No, I want to put the stuff in my car.
I know. We'll do that. We'll do that for you. We'll do that for you.
Just that I had background.
307DI.
He pulls again and I'll get locked.
You should have just went home, sir.
Excuse me?
You should have just went home.
No, you know what? I'll tell you why he didn't go home. Because he made a U-turn and he parked over here.
Just go home, man.
Nah,
Just go home.
nah.
You want to be a tough guy.
No, I'm not a tough guy.
I know you're not a
man.
tough guy, but you try to act like one.
No, I never did, man. I didn't want to
Come
leave.
on, let me get your stuff off.
I didn't want to leave out of fear of him following me.
Yeah, right.
All right, whatever you say. But you know what?
With him now in custody, they were now faced with the challenge of figuring out what to do with his car.
I thought you said you had nobody come get your car.
I didn't say that. I said I have nobody. No.
Call her for you, that way she comes get it?
Excuse me.
Want us to call her for you? That way she can come and get your car?
She can't come and get my car. She's going to come with her car and take my car. Just call her and ask her to come and take the chickens out of my car. But could you tell her?
What's her phone number?
Her phone number. I'm going to take the car for
Yeah, she makes you relax.
you. I'm not running away or nothing.
Sir, you know how to do. I know the drill.
While officers arranged to safeguard the items in his car, he took another shot at charming his way to freedom, only to be met with words sharper than any rejection.
You didn't search his car?
No, I saw his gun.
Oh, you did?
I saw his gun. The thing is, you charged up on him.
No, I didn't charge up.
You told me you did.
No, listen, please, can I reiterate on what happened?
Nothing's going to change because right now...
Nothing is going to change.
I mean, about the impersonator.
Well, listen, I studied criminal justice. I'm not impersonating you. Anybody could go around and say that they're a cop, unless you pull something out and show like a phony badge or a phony this or phony that, then you got a problem, okay? So anybody could go up and say, I'm a cop, I'm this, I'm that. Unless you do something to show something.
Wrong. And then you still told me that you were a cop in New York.
No, but then I told you, I said, listen, I'm lying. I just said that. You know why I said that there? Because the guy told me, I don't know if he's, well, I guess it's too late now, man.
You can't be lying about that stuff.
No, I'm not.
That's a felony.
Listen, okay? I'm not lying about it. I'm scared. The guy pulled a gun on me, man. And you're letting him go home. He's got to. Why is he going?
Because you weren't scared when he charged on his car.
But let me ask you a question. Why is he leaving? He's got a gun that he pulled on me. Why is he leaving? Yeah, I know. I can't move. I got a broken back, so I just got to take it easy.
Take your time.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. I pulls a gun. I'm going to jail. Holy.
Yeah, that's
Come on, bro. You know the same, right, man? You know it. No, I don't have nothing. I would tell you if I got a knife or gun.
I don't believe nobody.
Well, okay. Oh, my keys. There you go. Oh, wait, what is this?
Yeah, I don't believe nobody, sir.
What was that, the key?
That was pimp.
Guys, you got to be kidding me, man. New Year's? Really?
After placing him in their car, they turned to the other man to hear his side of the story. But the moment he started talking, one thing became certain.
Could you just give me a brief recap? Basically, what you told me
Yeah,
before.
no, I was backing out. Well, I'm trying to think of what spot exactly I was in, but I was coming out, which is somewhere over there. Yeah, that last spot. Next to that lit up SUV. So I was backing out, and there was a lady pushing a car in front of me. And then I was going slow, waiting for her to pass, and then I forget what happened. She passed by me, so I started backing up, and then he came behind my car with the wagon, and I basically had to hit on my brakes abruptly. And then from there, he pulled out, and I go, "You got to watch out." You know that, and he said, "Don't worry about it. You were in the wrong. You should look out for me." I said, "I'm watching out for the lady in front of me, and then you walk behind while I'm backed up." So he goes, I'm a police officer. Gets it, starts yelling. I don't even know what he was mumbling about. He was like just.
And like just for like full disclosure, yeah, you're not in the wrong in anything here.
Right.
Were there words exchanged? You called him a name, and then he called you a name. Is his part of the story accurate?
Yeah. I mean,
he's saying that you called him a jerk off.
A jerk off, and I said you're a jerk off. I think we said the same thing.
Yeah.
So it was just.
Watch your back, there's a car right behind you.
So.
No, you're good. So then what happened then?
No, and then, so then he was coming up, and as I'm trying to slowly make that turn then to keep coming, he approached me. He goes, I'm a police officer. And you know, he started getting loud because he was angry that I even responded to him. So he was raising his voice. And then when he came, you know, as I'm driving away and he got right there and I stopped the vehicle, he came right up to my window. And then from there, you know, I didn't, well, like I had the van and I kind of like just turned it there just so he could see it, you know, and I was my hand close to it, was like resting right here because I didn't know what his intentions were.
Now, did he flash anything at you?
No.
He didn't flash any badge?
No. He says, I'm a police officer. And I felt like after that, without a badge, I wasn't sure. And then he's like, oh, what are you pointing at me? And I didn't even pull it out. I would never do that.
35.
So, you know, from there, he was like getting a little irate. And then he's yelling. I guess he got on the phone. I wasn't sure if he was actually. I said, you know what, I'm not going to leave the scene. And I just stepped around, and that's where I called 911.
Very good. Okay.
Take this off you. Go take it.
He was charged with criminal impersonation of a police officer. In another incident, a man boldly declared himself a real cop after getting kicked out of a nightclub for trespassing.
Get on the ground. Give me your arm.
Listen. I am. Like,
give me your arm.
Can I
Relax.
talk? You are on camera, man. I am a camera. I am a police officer.
I know, you already claimed that before.
When we were dealing with you, you got trespassed from the 7-Eleven.
On January the 9th, 2023, police received a call about a man causing a disturbance at a nightclub. They responded swiftly, expecting it to be just another routine incident. There was nothing routine about what they were walking into.
At one point, I can't park over there, over on the side, and stop. But, you know, I'm going to pull over there and stop. Can I do that? Stay right here, okay?
Can you turn the car off?
Car right here.
Can you turn the car off? Just turn it off.
Turn it off, bro. Am I in trouble? Like, what?
Yeah, you're being stopped. So right now I need you to turn the truck off.
Let me pull over there.
No. Turn the truck off.
Stay right there. I'm going to pull over
No, turn the truck off. Turn the truck off.
Do not do that.
Sorry, with you.
No, don't do that. Listen. Oh, my God. Get on the ground. Wait for 1 minute. Wait. Listen to what I got to say first. Listen, do that. I'll get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Listen,
Give me your arm.
Listen. I am. Like,
Give me your arm.
Can I talk?
Relax.
Oh, my God.
Relax. Okay, I got it.
Oh, my God. Like, y'all don't know. I'm deputy. Oh, my God, you.
I got it.
Why you keeping my ass like this?
Put your hand behind your back.
It's just behind my back. So you are punching me like you don't care. Like, why are you doing
Charlie
that?
10 headquarters.
Why you
Send
keeping
us
my
for
like
use
this?
force.
You is whooping my for what?
Let go your arm.
Like,
Let go your arm.
like you,
Thank you.
You got it. Like you literally made me like shit. Like I can't help it. I had to sit too. Like literally, like you jumped on to me. Like you punching me for what? Why are you doing that?
Because you're not giving me your arms?
No, you got everything.
And that's not okay.
Yeah, I gave you everything. I listened to exactly what you said, but you beat my. You really was whooping me.
We'll just double up this in a second.
You got it, girl. You already got it, girl. And like, why are you doing the most like that?
My aren't long enough so I don't get.
What is your name? What's your name? I want to know your name.
It'll be on your arrest affidavit.
My arrest affidavit. No, but you literally beat my face like.
I never hit your face, sir. I hit your arm.
Charlie 10.
I hit your arm to get your hand behind your back.
Look, you are on camera, man. I am a camera. I am a police officer.
I know, you already claimed that before. That's another felony.
So why would you beat my face in like that, man? Why would you do that?
I never hit your face. I hit your shoulder. Because you wouldn't put your arms behind your back.
I am a camera in my eye, man. I am a recording in my head. I'm an officer.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have a car to put them in, so let's just leave them like this.
Do you want to, Tyler, you want to go wrap your car?
I started telling you that, and you don't give a fuck about me.
Because you're drunk and you're refusing to stop for law enforcement. You don't have a license.
I was just letting you know I was leaving the park. She just told me I couldn't park there. He told me I couldn't come to the club. That was it. Like, goddamn, like, oh my God, man. Like, I don't have anything.
Don't reach for anything in your pocket.
It's just a cigarette.
Okay, don't reach for anything else. Don't keep your hand out of your pocket.
Oh my God, man. Oh my God, he was really punching me in my face, like.
Never punched you in your face.
Yes, you did, man. You really beat me all in my face, man. Can I get your name?
It'll be on your arrest affidavit.
No, I really want your name, man. Like literally, that is not right. I'm not drunk, man. I'm not drunk at all. And you not know I'm sober. And then I would like to alcohol this. And then I gotta like clean myself because that's not right. I really just had to use the bathroom, and I was trying to meet up my brother, and then I got a cell beat out of me. Oh my God, this is not gonna happen. I really want you to lose your job.
He continued ranting, but they knew better than to be taken by his act.
What's your first name?
All right. That quick.
Yeah, but he just really beat me all in my my face.
Sit up.
And it's like I just told him I'm a deputy. And like, you don't do nothing like that. That's wrong. That's wrong. And he didn't give a about that. And he just really like I don't even understand. And because of who I am, it's like you don't do nothing like that to me. Even if I was rich or have the most, like you don't do that to me. You don't do that to me. You have no idea what you're talking about. You know what blocking is. No, and yes you do. Yes you do, because you block in your mind. You have something that you can hear me, you can hear my dog. And you know exactly who I am. It's under my voice. I started.
You hear voices?
Huh? You know, I've been hearing voices. I hear things. I hear everything that you say when you talk inside your head. So by me doing that, and I'm under a lawsuit right now because of that, right now I have to go to court behind that. I'm already out on like a bond right now. This guy really come and hit me in my like he don't give a and if it weren't for that gun, I will be man. I would have had to whoop your ass. Nobody. No, but look right? What he did to he punched me all in my face like he didn't give a.
Get up, we're gonna get
and that's wrong, man. I don't like that. Like I'm getting. Hold on one moment. I'm already hurt. All
right, 1, 2, 3.
I'm right here. Yeah, no, I don't think that's gonna happen. Just with his level of cooperation. You are my passenger.
Passenger side?
Alright. Just resisting, right?
Call
it a day?
No, I think he's killed by something.
Oh, yeah, he's the owner of that truck. Then he's
resisting and claiming he's a police officer, so we have a felony.
Well, they did make me a police officer. That's what they said. They made me a police officer. It was to protect me because I was blocking in my head.
No.
I'm gonna throw this stuff in your car, alright? Can't go to jail. All your blow torches and lighters and everything.
You're gonna do something else. But wait until Wes gets it.
And then just make sure the cuffs get double locked.
Hey, here's what's gonna happen, alright? I'm gonna drive you down to jail, alright? So the issue is your truck, right? A lot of people are breaking into cars out here.
There's
and it's a pretty bad area.
warning.
So should we tow it to Johnson's so that it's safe for the night? And then you can come get it once you're out? I think that's the best bet. Alright, well, you cool with us towing it then so that your car's safe? Alright, spread your feet.
I'm an undercover police officer. And this dude, beat me in my face, man.
Okay, so
my brother is gonna drive my car, and he's out here in the club. Okay. And I got the car to sit down and talk to them. And instead of me talking, he grabs me. He runs the shit. Once I hit the ground, I'm already on the ground. Handcuffs on me. Handcuffs on me. I have no remorse. Okay. No resistance or nothing. Me in my face like that is unnecessary.
Okay, let me see you first. Where you got hit?
All in my face on this side.
Okay. Just on this side.
On this side. And my face was on the ground on that side, yeah.
Okay. So, are you hurt?
I am definitely hurt.
Where?
My face is hurting right now.
Okay.
And then on top of that, I had to use the bathroom anyway, and I ended up shitting on myself. So that is very disgusting right now, and I'm just upset and mad.
Okay.
And he's got some type of anger issue
Well,
for some reason.
what did the officer say?
He said he pointed the gun instantly at me, which he didn't see me with no gun. So that's one. Instead of him coming up to talk to me about whatever he had to talk to me, and if they have weapons, it's not like, you see me with anything. I pulled over. Okay. Because they have $40 to park in the parking lot, so I pull over here. It's on a recording, man. I have a wire in my head that knowing that I'm an undercover deputy.
Okay.
Although he knew deep down that his fate was already sealed, he was still determined to take his chance.
So you're saying
he approached me. He gun at me. He told me to turn around, gun on the ground. Okay. I didn't instantly turn around. I said, don't point the gun at me. Then I point the gun at me. You don't see me with no weapon. You don't see me with anything. My hands not in my pocket. I am trying to let him know who I am.
Okay.
Not knowing I just left you guys. I don't have an ID.
So he told you that you tried to explain.
I tried to explain. He ran and grabbed me and dropped me on the ground.
Okay. So then, when he put you on the ground, what did he do?
Okay, yeah, he kept punching me. Punching me in my back, right in that shoulder, right here. Yeah. And then in my face.
What's he saying? Where on your face?
He just kept punching. He did not stop punching.
Where did you say you got punched?
Right on the side of my face.
So, at that time, was you trying to put your
I didn't even. I was trying. I was giving you. In my back is really sore, man. And my wrist is already broken. I broke my eye arthritis, man. I wasn't trying to fight him back. It's not like I resist or anything.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to add?
Besides that, and her putting that damn foot in my back. Besides that, I don't have her.
Okay, so she had her foot in your back.
She stepped on my back because I couldn't get on the ground. Hold on, wait, put it on the ground. It's under recording. My family recorded me and I had. Yes, you can.
When we were dealing with you, you got trespassed on the 7-Eleven. This is something completely different, so I don't know what this is a whole nother squad that's dealing with
me. But me being undercover deputy, what does that mean? Do I still get treated like that? I am a deputy. I am a police officer.
So with who?
I ain't saying with. I was with a court at one point.
Okay, so you were with a court?
Yeah.
The police department at one point? So where are you with now?
I'm on my own conduct because of who I am.
So you're saying you're not with anybody?
I explain that because right now I still have to go to court right now for a certain thing.
He was booked into jail on multiple charges, including impersonating LEO, resisting arrest without violence, fleeing, and driving with a suspended license. Up next is when an unnecessary emergency siren led officers to arrest a fake US officer.
And who do you work for? Who are you employed by?
United States Marshal, sir.
US Marshal, okay.
On the 31st of July 2023, a police officer heard an unfamiliar emergency siren coming from a black pickup truck. As he investigated the car further, he could see that it was driving recklessly around cars while being equipped with flashing red and blue emergency lights. Due to the unusual tone of the siren and the fact that there were no calls for service that would require such a response from law enforcement at that time, the officer decided to pull the truck over.
See your other hand for me?
As soon as the officer reaches the passenger window, he is greeted with a US Marshal badge. Suspecting that Derry Lambert was lying about being a marshal, he told him to get out of the vehicle so that he could ask him some questions.
Yeah, just hang tight with me.
I got to go back to shift in about 2 hours. So.
Where's shift at? Where's shift
I got to get my car.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, hopefully we can get this resolved really quickly. Right.
According to Lambert, he has a shift in about 2 hours. However, when the officer asks him where the shift is at, he dodges the question. This was an early sign of what was to come later on. In an attempt to get the situation resolved, the officer calls a high-ranking US Marshal.
Thanks. Hey, we got somebody on the phone who wants to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Sir, what is your name?
Derry Lambert.
Okay, what district do you work out of?
I work out of Texas, but they got me down
They got me down in Florida right now, looking into Marion Oaks. There's two gangs out there that are riding on a four-wheeler with a pole on it, busting into people's houses.
Okay.
And they got a call, so I chased. What's that?
What district in Texas do you work out of?
Dallas.
Okay.
My second house.
That's a federal crime.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly.
Lambert basically concocted a story in a matter of seconds. However, it seems like that isn't enough to save him. Notice how the marshal specifically asks him if he's aware that impersonating a law enforcement officer is a crime. He has just dug his own grave without even knowing it.
All right. I got red bugs out in weeds last week.
I'm sorry?
I tell him what's out in weeds. I got red bugs. Eat me up chasing a guy through a horse the other night.
All right, do me a favor. Just go ahead and turn around for me. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
For what?
I'll explain it to you.
I've been arrested my life.
Well,
even after being arrested, Lambert continues to stick with his story, refusing to budge.
And who do you work for? Who are you employed by?
United States Marshal, sir.
US Marshal, okay. You told me that you don't have your credentials with you, but they're in your...
Yeah, my Charger.
In your Charger. A work vehicle?
Right.
Okay. Who's the Charger registered to?
It's registered to Marshal Service.
Marshals, okay.
That's my personal vehicle.
So why would the Marshals outfit your personal vehicle with lights and sirens?
In Texas, it's not like here.
Okay.
You don't have cars like this.
You have a Florida tag.
I know.
Hey, how long you worked for the U.S. Marshals?
About 3 years.
3 years?
To put the final nail in the coffin, the officers called a real marshal to the scene to interrogate Lambert. And it was here that his story really started to crumble.
Who's that? Who called you?
My squad in Texas. If you look through my phone, you'll see the 941 area code.
By squad, what do you mean by squad?
They sent 3 or 4 of us down here.
Who is they?
The Rangers.
The Rangers? Which Rangers? Like the baseball team?
No. Hell no.
Okay, so what Rangers?
The Marshals.
The Marshals?
Yeah.
So what, where do you work out of Texas?
Dallas.
Dallas?
Yes.
What's your district?
District. What do you mean?
Well,
we just
if
have
you're
headquarters in town.
If you're a U.S. Marshal, you would know your district. 641? Okay.
That's our squad.
Okay.
But there's only a few of us here.
A few of you? Would I be one of those?
No.
Lambert even has the balls to call out the real marshal.
No.
I'm not a U.S. Marshal? Well, here's my credentials. I am actually a Special Deputy U.S. Marshal.
Yeah.
Here are my credentials.
Yeah. Mine are in my car.
These, your credentials like this are in there.
I have one just identically to that.
Okay. I would say probably not. Because I'm asking you very easy questions to be able to identify yourself, and you're not. Who's your supervisor out of Texas?
My supervisor?
Yes, sir. Your direct supervisor.
Jim Willis.
Notice how Lambert completely shuts down when asked who his supervisor is. He has to think about it for a few seconds before mentioning the name. The real marshal knows he's onto him now, so he continues pressuring him.
What do you do for the United States Marshals?
Well, I normally just do raids.
Raids?
Yeah.
Okay, who do you work for?
I just told you twice.
Like, okay, so where do you work for the Fugitive Task Force? Do you work for the District Marshals?
No,
who do you work for?
I work for the task force.
You work for the task force?
Like people running, we do raids.
After yapping for what feels like an eternity, Lambert has successfully shot himself in the foot. At this point, everyone pretty much knows he isn't a marshal, and it is here that Lambert gets completely checked by the real marshal.
Okay, listen to me for just a second. I'm going to give you a little bit of an out or whatever.
Right.
I know you're not a U.S. Marshal. I'm a U.S. Marshal.
Right.
I know for a fact, 100%, you are not with the U.S. Marshals. Okay? So I would just want to know why
you would try to identify as a US Marshal? Was it to like get around traffic?
No.
Okay, so what were you trying to do?
I told you twice I was responding to a call.
With the US Marshals?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't know about the drones out there flying over?
Sir, there is nothing like that. I'm gonna give you a little tip, pro tip. Okay? There's only 3 of us in this county. You are not one of the other 2.
In the end, Derry Lambert was charged with false impersonation of a law enforcement officer, unlawful use of blue lights, unlawful use of a badge, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. At the county jail, a correctional officer found diazepam pills in his wallet. This could be an explanation for his weird behavior. While others stopped at impersonation, this man pushed the act further by stealing a phone from a store under the false guise of authority.
So we thought, are you a police officer?
I'm not, no.
Okay, all right. What are you?
A federal marshal.
On the 21st of March 2018, officers responded to a call from a Best Buy about a man in a suit with federal marshal badges who had stolen an iPhone a day earlier. Stupidly enough, the man decided to go back into the very same store he had stolen the phone from to buy a case. A decision that would ultimately end up with him in handcuffs.
How you doing? They're going to trespass you from the store. Why? Because they seen you a previous case, steal an iPhone 10. 10? Yes, iPhone. So they didn't want you in the store. So we're going to go up to the front real quick. They're going to talk to you.
That's what I have.
Okay. Here. You have an ID on you?
Not on me, no.
Why don't you have an ID on you? You're an adult.
I have it on this.
You're a law enforcement officer?
How'd you get here?
My car.
Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
Yes.
Okay, where's it at?
On my hip.
Okay, so we thought, are you a police officer?
I'm not, no.
Okay, all right. What are you?
A federal marshal.
Okay, all right, that's what we got to ask.
You don't have an ID?
No.
Okay. Just, we don't want you reaching for anything.
I'm not reaching for anything.
If you're a federal marshal, you understand what we're doing, right?
Absolutely. Just.
The officers know that they are onto him, so they keep asking him more and more specific questions.
Do you have your federal marshal ID?
No.
So you're carrying a weapon with no ID on you?
No. Because I just stepped out of my house to get this character.
Do you have a number we can call for your supervisor?
No.
Okay, I got to take this for you just for our safety.
Handcuff him.
For what?
Until we figure out what's going on. You have a weapon, you have no ID on you.
It's not a real weapon.
You're carrying a fake weapon.
And you're a federal marshal.
No. He's got a little badge.
Are you not?
No.
Congratulations, you're just impersonating a police officer. That's a federal offense. Oh yeah. Congratulations. That's a felony.
Not only is John carrying a federal marshal badge and a fake gun, but he has also just admitted that he isn't really a marshal. Falsely impersonating a law enforcement officer is a felony and can land you in a lot of years in prison. At this point, John knows he's in deep trouble.
What's the story? Why are you carrying around a fake gun?
I'm a limousine driver, and
I thought you were a federal marshal.
Hey, here, you got a badge that says U.S. Marshal. You're claiming to be U.S. Marshals. You have a badge, which, what does that say on it?
Marshal.
So why are we carrying around fake stuff? You know it's illegal.
No, I didn't know it was illegal to carry around a fake.
Yes, you are displaying yourself as a law enforcement officer. We just asked you, are you in law enforcement? You said, yes, I'm a U.S. Marshal. That's illegal. That's a felony. Oh, absolutely not. We don't play around with this.
I drive a limousine. I deal with all sorts of clowns on the.
You're displaying yourself as a marshal. You're identifying yourself as a marshal. You're wearing a badge that's fake, that you know is not real, and you're carrying around a fake gun. What do you think people are supposed to think of you? They're going to think you're a law enforcement officer.
Even after being badly exposed, John tries to come up with excuses. However, they unfortunately for him fall on deaf ears.
It's a BB.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's a BB gun.
I didn't know that.
It's not the fact that you're carrying a BB gun, it's what you said. And the fact that you're carrying this, you're carrying that badge. Do you think people are going to stop and ask you if this is a BB gun?
No, I don't stop.
No, what I'm saying is, do you think anybody's going to stop and ask you if this is a BB gun? It looks like a real gun, doesn't it?
Well, all of them do.
It looks like my gun.
It's all BB guns.
Yeah, but let's say you decide that you're going to show someone this gun.
I would never do that.
Doesn't matter. You're missing the point.
No, I get your point.
You end up getting hurt or getting somebody else hurt because you are claiming that you're a law enforcement officer.
Did you listen
The
to
number
the
that's provided doesn't seem like.
What's going to happen to me?
Well, right now. Sometimes we say the wrong things at the wrong time. And
No, I know.
That's what we're finding ourselves right now.
I'm finding out.
You know?
Finding out that I really made an ass of myself. I don't want to go to jail for being an asshole.
John may look remorseful, however, he is only sad because he got caught. Notice how he continues to straight up lie to the officers when he is asked about the stolen iPhone.
If the video shows you stealing an iPhone, what does that mean?
I didn't steal an iPhone. I was looking at iPhones, but I didn't steal anything.
They got you stealing an iPhone. They got you on video. What do you think we're here for? We just didn't show up for...
We didn't pick you out of a hat.
Yeah.
The so-called Marshal did in fact steal an iPhone. He just didn't know that they caught him red-handed on CCTV cameras. Notice how he just snatches the phone right from the public display and then discreetly hides it in a pocket in his suit. He then leaves the store without paying for anything. According to an employee, John had been seen in the store pretending to be a marshal numerous times. She also stated that he had shown his gun to her before.
All right, do me a favor, can you raise your right hand?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Do you swear the statement you're going to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I'm here talking to you about an older gentleman that came into your store the other day. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Okay, can you describe him for me?
He pretty tall, over 6 foot. He kind of reminds me of a skinny version of Santa Claus. He had glasses. He had a black suit. I remember he had a pin, and I remember he showed me his gun.
Do you remember what the pin said?
I just remember I had like a little star, I believe. I didn't read it. I just saw it was a circle pin.
Okay, did you see any other badges?
Not that I noticed.
Okay, and he showed you a gun?
Yeah.
Did he identify himself?
No.
John was arrested shortly afterwards and was charged with 1 count of impersonation of an officer or employee of the United States. On trial, he was sentenced to 4 months incarceration, followed by 1 year of supervised release and a $100 special assessment.